As you're going through all of the actionable steps to make big changes in the direction that your life is going in, there are many foundational tools and skills that you need to rebuild within yourself in order to pile drive your goals through all of the other demands in life and all of the existing assumptions. One of those is something I call regrow the ego. Many of us have worked hard to achieve a certain degree in school. We have achieved a certain position in our careers. We have a lot of trains that have already left the station. And perhaps there is something we want to do that is outside the existing tracks in our life. And it sounds insane for us to say, well, now I'm an executive in an insurance business, but I really want to go back to acting that I used to do because that's what really is the driving force in me. Or I've never acted before, but I've always had an aptitude and a desire, and I want to become an actor. When we want to make these types of shifts in our lives, it sounds insane to assert yourself and to assert these desires that don't align with perhaps the pattern that already exists in your life. One of the things that I've worked on in myself, and one of the things that I hope that others might champion, is regrowing the ego. And part of that is taking a lot of steps and time to get in touch with your intuition, which is hidden layer below layer below layer. You may be doing things, you may be interacting with people, you may be committing your time, you may be living in an environment that is not fit for your true desires and your true passions and the way that you want to wake up in the morning and the things that you want to be pulled out of you in every day that is left before you die. You have the opportunity to start with really getting in touch with your intuition and then start to clean out your life. And as you do that, as you start to assert your defined goals, your bespoke dreams, you can regrow the ego to start to say, yeah, I could be that crazy person that comes out of nowhere at the age of 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 and does this new funky thing, becomes an actor, becomes a writer, becomes, I don't know, it's you, it's in you. I can't even make up examples because there's something in you that you know would pull out your aptitudes. And make you feel alive and purposeful and bring you into an environment where you're acting with people who share those types of ideas. There are many steps. The person who's an insurance executive might start with controlling his or her time so that he or she can commit many hours in the evening or maybe one day a week to community acting, and they might start doing that. That becomes part of their life, and as that becomes part of their life and they're interacting with those types of people, they will find more opportunities to grow that part of their life and become more of an actor and have serendipity allowed in when we're not even investing and fighting for time to do these things that are our passions. Serendipity will never pop into our lives because we're not going to cross paths with the people, places, and things that allow serendipity to happen, to allow the match to strike at the right time. So we can talk further. I have further writing on KindEdge.com. But that opportunity to sit and say, I'm so compliant and I'm so deferent, and I know that all of these other people, it seems like actors who are currently acting own that world. And even if you're an insurance executive, that's just my example, out of my head, that maybe the people ahead of you own the path, that it seems like they own that role, and the people behind you, it just feels like all these trains have already left the station. They're in motion and they already know where they're going. Trains are on a track that someone else predefined, and all these trains are in motion. They've already left the station, and you feel like you can't run a train off the track. Well, I encourage you to regrow your ego. It would be crazy to ask for time from your employer. It would be crazy to take action to find money that can be allocated to this new hobby for you. It would be crazy to take off unpaid time from work to go to an acting workshop. All of that is crazy unless you have a healthy, self-loving ego that says, I actually want this before I die, and I only have so many minutes left. I am going to grow my ownership of the importance of doing my version of crazy before I die. And so that was an important thing for me to really say, this good girl, good boy compliance, doing the career that you went to college for, following the path within your organization, your employer, doing everything that is normal, that you see everybody else doing around you, and just staying on the trains, on their tracks as they were set forth. That works for many, but if you have a feeling inside of you that something is on hold, I don't think any of us should wait for another pandemic, or for me in my life, another double tsunami hurricane. I don't think any of us should wait, because we might not have any more minutes left. So I wish you growth in regrowing your ego and unlocking the alternate ending to your life. Peace.